Okay. Everybody put me in here. I'm in a stairway. Right? How's that? How's that for a change of scenery? And I was looking at this wall. There's always good stuff on here. And there's a verse on here, right? So we got 1 Corinthians 6:12, right? And it says all things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be dominated by anything. I don't know what version that is. It's not the version I use, but that's what it say. And there's questions on here, right? So one of the questions on here is, what selfish pleasure are you entitling yourself to? Even though God wants to sanctify it. That's probably not how I would word that, but it's a pretty, I would say it's a provocative question. I hope that's the right word, because it's like, I know this is like a bodybuilding channel, but if y'all know what we about here on this channel, there's a spiritual, for every physical thing there is a spiritual component, right? So it's like, well, what are the things that you're doing, right, that you know God's trying to move you beyond, help you with, trying to break you out of that, release you from being enslaved by that, right? Make you better than it, but you keep running back to it, and you know it's something you shouldn't be doing, right? That's spiritual, right? That's a spiritual reality. That's a spiritual discipline. And it's like, as I thought about it personally, it was like, there's things that come to mind, but it's like, I don't really know. I mean, I know, but I don't really know. And that's the crazy thing, because there's so many things like that just becomes habit, right? But to put it in perspective for you guys, right? It's like, what are those things that are hindering you that you know you need to do just to get to your goals, like to get to the stage, to get lean, or to optimize the gains you're trying to make? Now, I'm not trying to shift it away from its intended purpose, but it's the same thing, because the same habits that we have are the same things that we fall victim to spiritually, oftentimes manifest themselves in our lives in areas we don't quite see as spiritual. So it's like, just to reference another verse, the things that you don't want to do, you do, and that what you want to do, you don't do, so that you end up doing what you don't want to do and not doing what you want to do, or at least want to do, right? That's just part of the nature of man. So it's something to think on, not even like I want to come and give you suggestions and whatnot, because we all know in those areas where we fall short. Now, some people might say, I'm not really into that whole religious stuff or anything like that, but it's the same deal, same deal. I'm about to go up here real quick, try to collect my fiance and all that, but it's the same thing. Because they're one and the same. And I think the biggest mistake that we make as Westerners is thinking that there's a separation between the physicality of the physical world and spiritual. So I just wanted to hit y'all with that, see what y'all was thinking. Yeah, till then. Oh, wait, hold on. Now that y'all watch me walk all the way over there, I'll see you.